I used to love to debate things when I was younger. It turns out I was wrong on a whole lot of stuff. In fact, it's kind of embarrassing, some of the positions I used to hold. 19-year-old Josh probably wouldn't have gotten along real well with me today. In fact, you might not have gotten along well with me either back then. It is so easy to surround ourselves with voices that only sound like us today. And it's important that we put ourselves in positions where we can be around people who are other than us. Think differently, look differently, believe differently. This is how Jesus got to be known as the friend of sinners. It's because he didn't just hang out with righteous people, right? Thank God that he didn't. There's a passage that I just love. I want to read it for you, and it's so helpful right now when all of America is kind of losing its mind. It goes like this. Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interest, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. Talk about a lofty goal. Have the same attitude as Jesus' attitude. The word others here just shows up so often. And I want our church to be an others-minded church. To give you a taste for what that looks like, substitute the word others in that passage. If you want to read it, it's Philippians 2, 3-5. And swap out the word others in there with whatever kind of individual or just a philosophy of the world or political ideology might be other than your own, different than yours, and substitute that for what would normally feel comfortable. Jesus calls us to love people who are other than us. It's hard, right? It's no hard. Here's the hope, though. Jesus did this so well. When you and I were other than followers of Christ, when we were far from God, when we had bad ideas, that's when he loved us the most, by coming to die for us. There's something beautiful in the gospel to think that Jesus didn't wait till we had our act together, until we were on the same page before he died for us. No, he surrendered all of the rights that he had, which is what it means really to consider others as more important than you. It's not about low self-esteem. It's about considering their position, considering their, serving them just like Jesus served us. It's hard, I know it's hard, but it's part of being a Christian. And the reason Jesus could do this is because he had good self-esteem. He knew who he was in the Father's love. He was confident of his purpose on earth. And the same thing goes for me and you. When my identity is wrapped up in proving other people wrong and being right, I'm going to be deeply afraid or angry when encountering people who are other than me. But if I'm secure in God's love for me and the fact that I don't have to be right all the time and I don't have to convince other people that I'm right, then I'm able to be with the others in my life well, because my value doesn't come from their approval and doesn't come from proving them wrong. It comes because I'm loved by God. So commonplace, who are the others in your life that Jesus is asking you to love well today?